Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar, continuing on with the Rezankand campaign. Currently, we are mostly just waiting for our truce with, what are they called, Amion to expire, as well as dealing with a little bit of, what's it called? The FLI. Yes. And we can march this way. Can I do this while it's not a city? Entire area. Region. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we are going to need to, what's it called? Pick up a colonist, probably from expansion ideas. Nope, we were saving for tech. March right there. These guys can drill. Those guys can remain there. Alright. New Sun Cult is looking great. Eventually we'll need to go fight them and grab their provinces. What happened to my fleet? Oh yes, here it is. Yep, these guys can go and protect trade. So let's split them in half. Ooh, don't do that. These guys can protect trade in Calavend. These guys can protect trade in the Dry Coast. Alright. Great. These guys can start drilling. Okay, so we need a bunch of development. Okay, that'll be one. Needed to do glass and then manufactories, which I am already building. And what else? Yes, this one needs to get full cord. And I want to go and build a spy network there. Spy network there. We're not going to be able to take nearly as much as we were last time. Sure, we'll be okay with half-works. And building-wise, we want to build a bunch of those. Alright. We are in the Age of Witch Kings, so we do want to start working a little bit on the whole absolutism thing. Where is it? Caretaker of Mage Towers. Okay. we can build a university there. Transferring there. Okay, no, we don't want to do that. We want to transfer trade here instead, because there's a lot more value to be gained by doing that. And there. Where's the rest of this going? Ornam. Economy action. Do an embargo on them. That should hurt them a bit. Just by conquering stuff, we'll be able to force Amion out. What was I doing? Yes. Okay, that already has the correct building. Don't care about that one as much. We can build that one there, get a little bit more. Alright. Let me try something that I don't usually do. 77. Okay, that didn't really do enough to be worth it. Orcish slaves, alright. Amy on wartime. Right. That will be done soon. Yep. Okay. How worried am I about... What's combat with? 30. Yeah. I think we do just out-discipline them. Luke Meti. What's that? 10, 13, 17, 28. Alright, 28, 31. Alright, yeah, I don't think we need to... Gimme, where is it? Alright, 3 points is always great. Mage towers will be done soon, so we can unlock our mage estate, which we really should have done sooner, but, you know, better late than never. Probably shouldn't be breaking up this army like this. Well, I haven't fought them, but I am greedy, so... This army, on the other hand, I am going to break up into just 2 pieces. I am more scared about these guys running into an army. than I am other guys. Yep, get rid of that. Get rid of free enterprise. Absolutism is 24 right now. New exemplars is fine. Clerical ministers we will need to get rid of. I want to keep religious state, primacy, land of commerce. Base of out of things that only give 10. Okay, so education of the missionaries is actually absolutism. That's good. Let me check. What would be... Actually, let me check the institution. Okay, that's spreading well. Advancement here. Advancement there. And... where else? We can do advancement in Narunakar. Sounds good to me. Hoxie. Okay. Okay, casualty-wise, we have taken more, even though we have not fought a battle, because I am bad at managing attrition. By bad at managing attrition, I mean I'm just willing to take it. Now, one of the things I like about EU5 is that you have the ability to just tell your armies to chase another army. I do like that. Okay, Akaris, my boy. You gotta run that way, deal with them. Additionally, want to put a fort there. Yep, they're gonna get slaughtered. Excellent. Stack wipe even. That is a war wizard. Alright. These guys can head back south so they can deal with these fucking demons. Alright. We will do a bombard. Right. I was to grab all of their Taichendi holdings. Yuck. Youch. 81%. So we have one there, and then we'd want one here. And we want one here and here. I know we're in the middle of the war, but I do want to get rid of those forts. And that will create a zone of control. Gets that, gets that, gets that, gets that. Which will cover my nation, or cover the middle part of my nation. So that there is a limit to how far they can actually make it. Okay, let me summon a Icarus for duty. Welcome back, my friend. All right. Song servants. Right. Judges settle dispute. My fleet will head that way. Where is Horname? I want to covert action, steal maps of the Metabus Valley. Okay, so there is a fort right there. Okay. Alright, good. Astronom. Alright. Really should have been done with the conquest of Taichend a while ago. In fact, to the point that I'm probably going to truce break. After this is done. Alright, these guys can head right there. Okay, how much could I get? Not quite enough. And then for this we want diplomatic ideas. Alright. Where is trade? There we are. Okay. Transfer trade power there. That should help with my money a little bit. Okay, that's 8 ducats. We are pushing over to the dry coast. Am I looking like mana-wise? Alright. Enchantment, experience, advancement, study magic, enchantment, accept. Spellbook, conjuration, summon familiars. No one escapes the slaughterhouse. Not my best army, but actually let me do something. You're going to run back this way. And I am going to do that. How much are these? 40,000 men? Yeah, that seems good. Okay, so for Ornam, clear offer. Okay. Okay, back to the front. I would like to do that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Clerical ministers. Alright, we're at a much more respectable 34 maximum absolutism. Alright. That done. We are one tech behind, or about to be one tech behind for military, so let's not do that. Don't touch that. And then we can do this. Alright. Excellent. Full core everything. Where is a good province to rest these guys? Right there. They can siege that back down. Taking that back this way. Alright. Yeah, I'll do 405. What's this guy's trait? Tolerant. Not exactly what I was looking for. Just converting everyone, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so... Alright, Order of the Avengers... Actually, no. Order of the Avengers right here, though. Tech trade in the Calavend after they're done. These guys can go sit right there. Upgrade and protect trade in the Calavend. What are they trying to reconquer? Green money. Zornlin. Ornellen. Alright, I am going to send this army to the north. Let me steal maps of... Which... Oh, they have a fair amount of Amadia. Aurelia. With this 30, so let me go up to 22. It's 50. No, that was... This was the province I wanted them to be on. Okay, so... After we are done with this war and coring, it will be truce break time. K-Reg. K-Reg access. Do not want fleet or mill access. Alright, these guys can hunt enemy fleets in the southeast Aelantir coast. When they are done... Shit, they made it onto the island. Select. Right. Yeah. We'll send Ikaris to go deal with them. I don't think we really lost all that many galleys. Alright. Alright, and now we got leather cannons and them. Alright. Okay, that province is big enough to actually support the whole army, so keep that. of being Dawn Elves. Excellent. Vernmen Amadia. Okay, there's not much I can do there, so I am going to run these guys back to that one. That general's a little bit better. Alright. So here I want them to hunt those enemy fleets. Brothers, join us. Yep. Alrighty. Right. There is illusion, assimilation program. Could throw a fear and loathing down just to be obnoxious. Damn it. Let's see. There he is. Let's get him up to level 2. And they need to head right up this way. Oh yeah. Do that. Shock damage received is great. Yeah, maybe I will take Tolerance of Heathens. Alright, we filled up our theater. So now, whenever we conquer, we only get separatism problems. Oh, there's Chaos. Okay, we have lost 1 ship. They've lost 34. Right. And we'll take that. All the education. Immerchand. Where's Immerchand? This one. Actually, no, we'll unstate that. I actually want the add inefficiency right now. Go ahead and get that. We'll go 22, so it's 32. Actually, I'll go with 24. These guys can drill for the moment. Nope, never mind. These were the ones that were on rebel suppression. Nope. Give me the devotion. I'm number 4 great power. All right. Great. Too expensive. Army maintenance, fleet maintenance, fort maintenance. Level 2 fort. We can get rid of that fort. Get rid of this fort. That fort stays. That fort stays. That fort stays. Alright, half of you protect trade in the Dry Coast. Other half of you protect trade in the Calavend. So I need that province anyways. Forest died a lot sooner this time. We'll send them right that way. Alrighty. Huzzah for the minor border readjustments. There's my commandant. Oh, that sucks. You know what? I will do a land maintenance modifier because my army is starting to get very expensive. Alright, diplomats are great. Build spy network there. Okay, this fleet can come right this way. Actually, let's put them down there. We want to declare war on Amiens for 44 max absolutism, which is great. Alright, yep, just keep my fleet right there, should be good. Three there. Yep. There. 6. Alright, that battle was ugly. Give me the cash. Stack wipe them. Blockade that. There. Camp combat ability is always nice. Still do have some cap in my in some of my armies. A Anion. Okay, let's get second army, and we will send them this way. Yeah, strengthen a religious head. Yearly absolutism is always nice. I think I'll keep Clerical Advisory Council. Excellent. We do need to actually no. Keep him out for 1 second. Is that gonna be? Yeah, that is stack wipe. All right. Send them that way. Okay, so for Chaos, looks bleak. I'd like to get Chaos out of the war as quick as possible. They taken 80,000 men. So the stack wipes. Alright. Can I use magic to steal maps? That'd be cool. Good riddance. Alright. Conversions are going well. What's I doing? Yes, this. 13. Alright. There we are. So that's 1. Is there any other provinces that are like moderately close? No. Silk. There is a 6 dev, 6 silk province. Okay, yeah, that's the one we're going to develop. Chaos. You fucking assholes. Alright. Apparently sitting on your capital isn't enough. So I will bombard your capital. Okay, so they, I guess, peaced out for nothing. Alright, that's good. Ghost, friend, buddy. You know what? We're not gonna do that. Because they're not actually allied with Amion. Just guaranteeing them. No, I'll do that. All the provinces from Amion that we have claims on. Send these boys right there. They can march back here, and they can march back there, while my fleet heads to port, and... Oh, yeah, that. And these guys need to make sure that they're covering all of this. Yeah. Let's go do that. I had a third army, right? Oh, there they are. I am just blind. These guys need to get shipped that way. Alright, Emerchand, and them can all get full cord. And they can suppress any rebellions over in this area. Yeah, I think this game we mostly just got unlucky that Amion did so well. Had there been like multiple HND nations still kicking around, we would have had a much better time. Protect trade in Amion. We need an admiral. 352. Yeah. Alright. And something that could save us, I think, enough money would be that. They can move that way. These guys can get moved here. Okay. We actually have right here. And steel maps of Aelantir. Alright, these guys can go protect trade in Amion. So we can try and get some of that tasty trade. They can drill. They can drill. Okay, that does nothing. Does that work? Yeah, I'd say that's worth something. Iron car, yeah. These guys can drill for the moment. So we want that. Definitely. Study magic. What do I need for this? How many mage towers do I have? Answer. Not enough. Where to put my combat ships? Right here. Yeah, it's like 15 ducats. Gotta have the fleet though, so I can stunt on the damn canists. Alright. Down to a lower number. How long is this truce? Not too long. There's a gold province right there. Okay, we do have that full cord. Go ahead and get that one as well. No, that's the gold province. Oh well, we all make mistakes. More absolutism. We want military tech. I'll just go ahead and provoke that revolt. Take prestige. Where's Duryasser? Architects of the future. The Techendi have always had a fascination with the relics of power that fill their homeland. Nagar Vaiche's enigmatic blue house have spent millennia studying the enchantments that permeate them, but they only care for mages. In Roy Qatar, the Vostain family, with their non-mage foot soldiers in mind, have taken a different approach: replication, in a way that creates objects usable by all. Kiradir and the others have taken an interest in this and have worked alongside the defanged and sufficiently chastened Vustain to try and synthesize Sun Elven, Bulwari, and Techendi methods of magical production. Their first joint creation is the Light Matrix, a network of precursor steel spellcasters inscribed in the Bulwari style and powered by Dame's without any need for mages that can safely teleport messages between other installations in the network. Expensive to build and even more so to maintain, but they are an important step in fully realizing the potential of this land and the potential of all who wish to answer Suriel's call and become his chosen. Let us make this dream a reality. Alright. Age of Artificery. Alright. Arch development. Trade goods. That should already... Yeah, it's already done. That's already done. Urge development. Urge development. Urge development. The Brillites. Let's go on the Artificers. Sure, Sending Stones. And Spellbook. Study Magic. Enchantment. Alright, and we'll go with them, even though it's not the flavor. Right. Nope, can't build any more of those. Don't need to build those. Build that. And we can build a couple of them. Court Mage Advisor. That's a skill 3 Court Mage Advisor. Okay. Trade goods. 5, 5, 5. Yeah, we have the second greatest concentration of relics, apart from, what are they called? The Fey Lovers. Okay, so the truce is up. These guys sit right there for the moment. They can sit right here and drill. These guys can go back to drilling as well for a little bit. Yeah, trade efficiency is good. No. Alright. 5. There we are. Unsealing the past, the insidious and megalomaniacal slaver nobles that once ruled Tachend were mages of immeasurable power. And though the artifacts they left behind, through the artifacts they left behind, mages may wield a fraction of this might. Wielded by warlords to maintain the vicious cycles of violence that have gripped Tachend since the ruin, these relics, whether they lie still within the monolithic ruins of the Precursor or are kept in armories, palaces, and temples of the Tachendi, can and must be turned to a greater purpose. It is time to unseal the past and unravel the secrets of the slaver nobles and turn their power to a new or righteous cause. The Dir Nihira, for all its storied history, is a coy creature when it comes to the mysteries hidden within its innards. While generations of Sun Elves have lived and worked aboard the Sundancer, complete insight into its varied properties and functions remain elusive to this day. One such hidden mystery has chosen to reveal itself to us by applying a seemingly purely ornamental precursor trinket acquired during our time in Tachend to an inconspicuous lock in the armory of the Dir Nihira. One of our Kurosimi recently managed to unseal a compartment hidden from view since before the Day of Ashen Skies. Within it lay a veritable treasure, the armor of Paragon Aelantir herself. It is not only an invaluable historical artifact connecting us with one of the heroes of our distant past, but also an extraordinary example of precursor craftsmanship. After considerable effort and many abortive attempts, Karadir, our herald of legacy, and his disciples have managed to decipher many, if not all, the secrets of its construction. The product of their labor is so-called Sunplate, a lightweight, flexible, but very resistant magical armor that will surely be of immense benefit to our forces in their sacred mission to claim all of Rezankand for the light. Alright. How many? Okay, we'll get 20 artificers. And we can go right here. Obviously, we want to do Sunplate armor. And... okay, we just need regular inventions. Move the Dir Nihira to... wait, do I have... no. I will move the Dir Nihira to Tachend. Yep. These guys can stop drilling. And declare war, and we will grab that. Has been gotten. That has been grabbed as well. Take him right here. Stupid bastards. And we also want that for a little bit more admin efficiency, sorry. Bounty of the Calavend. Excellent. We will take that for the governing capacity. And then close this. Manpower recovery speed is good for us because we're elves, so, you know, there's not a whole lot of us. Edict, 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 edict. Alright, there we are. Combat with this 32, we have 34. Icarus cannot be summoned for a while, actually. That actually sucks. I will send an army back. Loans paid off. Oh. We did lose a battle, but gave a lot worse than we got. Icarus, I miss you. Can't have... what do they have? 100,000? Yeah, 100,000 manpower. Okay, take that. We're rushing towards province war score cost reduction. Oh, taking a river crossing. I do not like that. Sure, why not? Okay, so these losses... yeah, reinforcements. That makes sense. Woods, good. Who's this guy? Okay. Get rid of Telarios. Now that is what I want. Eureka. Trait did this guy get? Movement speed. That's pretty good. I like movement speed. Send a guy there. Are you really gonna go into the mushroom forest? Alright. Your funeral. Spellbook. Enchantment. Mass Charm. What do they have? Probably 50,000 men left. Sounds about right. Yeah, they're just getting slaughtered. Hey, Dayon. Do I really want those provinces? If we annex, they're tired. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Dayon. Enion. And Chaos. But let me make sure the army is not there. Excellent. Come on, guys. Be reasonable here. Get 1 month of repairs in. Great. Alright. $22,000 or 30,000 to 5,000. Yeah. I mean, they have fine morale, it's just they get slaughtered every time they try and fight. Alright. Let's get done with that battle. Alright. That is all of the Taichendi provinces they have. And they can pay me for the trouble they have caused me through their, quite frankly, absolutely thoughtless and cruel, not letting me murder them. Yep. 565. Alright. Herald of the Order of Phoenixes. 145, 565. Yeah. I can deal with that. Grease. Okay, that's a fine. Just hoping they didn't revolt on the island or anything. They did not, so we're good. Head this way. Army can protect trade. You know, we will protect trade in the dry coast. Let me check something. Okay, yeah, most of it's getting pushed that way anyways. Actually... Yeah, this is the combat / transport fleet. Just give me the cash. Repay off more of the loans. And moderate tolerance of humans. Now it's time for me to build a flagship. Yep. And we take 19. Yeah, we can take morale of navies. Is there a way to destroy try after I take this? Yes, there is. Okay, they can go back down to here. Has to go protect trade in Amion. Excellent. Where is that trader? Half off trader for 8 ducats. Yeah. I'm gonna take 20 ships. Okay, they go back there. These 20 ships can protect trade in Amion. No, these guys protect trade in the dry coast. So this way we have a fair amount, but not all of it, and we leave most of our ships over there, protecting trade. Okay, so... Still have a bunch of conversions. It's fine. Okay. I would like to go... Let me check the... Okay, yeah, never mind. What are the best provinces? Clementar. Sorry, Clementar. Alright. That. Excellent. And then religious unity there. These guys can head. Turnock Riot, or whatever it's called. And they can drill. And they can drill. This army is mostly fine. Mod Rezon. Okay, yep. Get working. Alright, that is almost all of Taichin full chords. Diplotech cost. Alright, we are good. Everything. Fortunately, I am going to have to send the army over there. Guess he died of seasickness. Silk. Yes, here. Church development. And it needs 13. And then their loyalty needs to be... There we are. Do that. Okay. Eventually we'll need to get that done, but... And then those can get that. Okay. Really don't want to fight Eberthil, but I know I'm gonna have to. At least it shouldn't be that bad. Standardized uniforms. Okay, that can come off. And then we're gonna convert the GUI. Jungle critters, whatever. Alright, and then I can do that. It's gonna be great. Man. Alright. Alright, we're closing in on Lorraine. I think I created a monster, though. Oh, actually, never mind. They're not that big. Are they even have they lost territory? Oh. Oh, that'd be why. Can't annex them because they are Steward of the Sorrow. Which is unfortunate. Order of Sundancers must be established. Oh, on the Artificers. Always take that. Tox away. Wait, do I have to build a separate spine on them? I do. That sucks. Exceptional year, worker slavery pays off. Okay. Culture's looking good. Really wish more of them. We had more Vikazelli provinces. I think that's a cool idea. Okay, and then we need... Okay, so the 2 centers of trade are good. Oh, Osgram's dead. Almost. %5 discipline. Again, nothing of really any sort of interest. The infinite cycle. To the Techendi, the world is formed from a great many cycles. Night and day, storm season and dry, death and rebirth, love and rise and fall. Of civilizations, people, and the world. They believe there has been 5 great cycles, periods alternating chaos and order, where a different group ruled all. The storm serpents, the gods, the dragons, the slaver nobles, and the warlords. An era of chaos, ambition, striving for more. But still they believed the cycle of glory would one day end. And now it has. The cycle of dawn, as the ordinary you call it, has arrived. And under the light of Rezankand, by the sword of light and by the blood of exemplars, the cycle shall not turn again. Oh. I think we just got refunded a bunch of Diplo points. Alright, the lie can get in. Right. Need to fight them. Amion we have no truce with. We don't have claims on them, but they must die. Oh yeah, those guys need to probably come off. Get them. Prevent them from building ships. Alright. Dev costs can come off. Those all need to get upgraded. This needs to get upgraded too. We'll eventually need to join up with one of the Protect Trade fleets. And then we want loathing and services. Right. How much could I possibly take from them? Looks good to me. There they go right there. They can go here. Excellent here. It will take this army and they can bring up back. Don't need that right now. Okay, yeah, it's the right province. Go. Timberneck is where? Not there. Right here. Alright, I can do that. And Grimnos. Get that done. Alright. What can we get next? Divine Nobility. Zealous Administration. Subservient Bureaucrats. That's pretty good. I mean, corruption sucks, so... Alright. And where are we? 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. send them right that way. I'll let that event time out naturally. Alright. Oh, so what are... Okay, that's not worth it. Yep, loan is paid off. Excellent. Alrighty. And we will go ahead and begin pouring all of that. That is a farmlands province, so that is where we shall reside. Sorry. 48. County of the Calavend. Fantastic. Take that. And we shall get claims. Sorry. And then I want to... okay. You guys go right there. They need to head that way. And we want better cannons. Alright. Alright. I think that is where I am going to leave this episode. We have started working on conquering the rest of Devond. We kicked everyone out of Tachend, and we now have sole control of Tachend. The last thing I'm going to do is... okay, that'll just take a little while to go. Should that improve by month? Okay, one per month, so 10 years-ish. Right, those guys back that way. Where did my... okay, they are right there. Self-cleaning parchment. Artificers. These are exo arms. Tech trade in the Tri-Coast. I need a lot of money before we can actually upgrade that. And get that done. Alright, full claims on Amy, the state of Amiens. Alright, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.